Coming to you from the second floor of the Norris University Center, this is the final Daily Northwestern Men's Basketball Roundtable with beat writer Roger Sherman and editors Danny Daly and myself, Brian Chapata. The men are coming off an up-and-down week, dismantling Iowa 74-57 at home, and then promptly getting blown out at Penn State 79-60. Roger, what was the deal with this team the past week?
Well, it's way too simple a thing to say, but it just seems to me like this team can't play on the road. It took us a long time to figure that out because their first two road games, they seemed all right. You know, they took Illinois to overtime, and they came back against Michigan. But since then, they haven't even been close most of the time they're on the road. They have no defense when they play on the road, and it's the type of thing you'd hope would get better maybe as players got more familiar with playing in hostile environments, but they only played one road game in the non-conference season, and it's come back to haunt them because they just have no experience out there, and it's hurt them.
And it's interesting because in Iowa against them, I thought that performance defensively was really promising, considering that they didn't use the 1-3-1 at all. It was just really the 2-3 matchup zone that worked really well, and you figured they try that against Penn State, which they did, and might yield the same results. Instead, arguably, it was even worse. I mean, Penn State scored more the first time, scored 81, but a lot of that was free throws at the end and stuff. In the first half, I think they made 15 of their first 21 shots. I mean, it was unbelievable. They weren't missing at all. I mean, Northwestern shot 8 of 15 from 3 in the first half, and they were still down by 14, which is hard to do. And that game, I mean, for all intents and purposes, we keep saying with each loss that, well, you know, that ends their tournament hopes, Now they really just have to win the Big Ten tournament to get in.
And so this week, the Cats have, what looks like a winnable game against Chicago State at home. And then they have another one of those, road contests that have been haunting them at Indiana. Danny, what are you expecting this week from them?
I'm expecting them to come out strong against Chicago State, obviously, and I think they will be able to carry that over against Indiana. I think Penn State, for whatever reason, is just a really bad matchup for them. No matter what they were able to do, no matter what they did against them defensively, Penn State was able to tear it apart. Against Indiana, they struggled with Maurice Creek, but other than that, I don't think anyone on Indiana shot particularly well against them in Evanston. So I would expect them to get those 20 wins this week.
I think that they, Chicago State, it's going to be senior day, they're playing Chicago State, it's going to be nice, they're going to get a win. But I really don't think they can, do anything on the road against, when you're losing at Penn State, maybe that's a fluke. You're losing at Iowa and Penn State, that's kind of, and also, you have these close games at Minnesota and Wisconsin going the other way. I'd really be surprised to see them, pull out a game in Assembly Hall. And like you said, they're going to have to hope to the Big Ten tournament for something resembling tournament hopes. But
well, 20-win season would be huge for the program, and hopefully they'll have that going for them on the road. That's all for the Daily Men's Basketball Roundtable for this quarter. Thanks for tuning in all quarter long. Make sure to keep tuning into the dailynorthwestern.com for the latest basketball coverage and for the best sports coverage on campus.